are 11. Great day for Ket and Raigundas. We'll see if it can be the best day ever. As we're in game number 1, Raigundas and Ket. Raigundas does get a spawn weapon, but Elsem and Doggo both got their own.
Now, one thing I am really worried about as a now Ket and Raigundas fan is, man, you're looking at two axes from two very strong axe players, one of which is a Teros, the other one who also has really hard-hitting signatures, like that one right there, man. That signature, people have been using that so well for like months now on the Brent pick.
And then on the other side, one thing I'm worried about is these edge guards from Raigundas. It's such a volatile thing, but Raigundas clearly wanting to play those edge guards, and I'm not sure if it'll work against this red team, as already stocks fly and red team take the initial stocks. And look at Elsem's health. He's so healthy. That's
This
unfair healthy.
Definitely a very tough game one. They do get the follow-up there. Actually bought kind of both members of the red team into the red very quickly. We'll see if they can close it out. That is something that they might have struggled with sometimes. Doesn't struggle with it here. Kind of drops that 2v1 combo. I think they didn't expect Doggo to fly that.
Ket!
Oh, no.
My goodness! Okay, he gets the reset over to the left side, but Ket lost that second stock so fast in the edge guard.
It's like Ket's pocket got cut and Spaghetti just started falling out of it. Dripping down his pants leg. Man, that was a rough spot for Ket to be in.
Put it in your pockets?
Well, I mean, some people do.
No, but like, you're the one who brought the announcement.
I mean, it's Ket's Spaghetti. I don't know why you're getting on my back about it.
All right, well, I didn't know he keeps it in the pocket, but left side, pocket weapon toss from Doggo is going to take down Elsem. Suddenly, things looking all right for the blue team. Raigundas from deep, trying to keep Ket alive. Ket with the recovery, but Elsem comes in. Ket running out of movement, still gets up. They're all fighting, and nobody's going to fall.
Neutral Sig actually grabbed Elsem out of the way there. Elsem still without a weapon. Actually, both members of the red team, but they do still mostly have stage control. Nice side that's going to split the team, and Elsem is never going to drop that one. Had the perfect timing on it.
That's the dodge. Dodging. Going for the follow-up there off the weapon toss. Ket's running out of options here. Elsem on the right side. Raigundas can't save him. Ket gets a wall touch, but immediately launched. Ket still living on this right side, but that might be the doer. Oh, the down air from deep, and Ket's still living.
Almost KO'd. Yeah, that down air from Raigundas is going to take out Doggo. Ket, there are very few moves in this game that he can take and still live. A neutral air and that weapon toss are apparently one of them.
Yep. Ket still somehow surviving for so incredibly long. Like, we know it's a Thor high defense legend, but this is longer than normal. The down air will finally do it, and Raigundas has to 1v2.
Elsem actually dropping the side air. Raigundas was, I guess, a little bit too low for where Elsem expected.
Oh.
Nice edge guard starting this one off. Even with the teammate weapon toss head bonk, still finds the down air. That game's going towards Doggo and Elsem. I think they're just too good on this one. They have so much experience this deep in the bracket.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're showing why they're the #1 PR team, but still, Doggo and Elsem, they had some moments where it could have gone the way of the blue team. There's definitely some hope and some opportunities, but unfortunately, Ket just took a lot of damage on that third stock, and it just wasn't able to be effective to fell into that when you're seeing only 783 damage put out overall from this team of Ket and Raigundas.
Now, if you were like one player in a team of 2v2 putting out 783 damage, you might get a big pat on the back. But when you are two players putting that out, that is not a great number. That is 390-ish averaged, under 400 for both members of the team. So it's definitely a rough spot. When you're playing against Doggo and Elsem, everything's got to be on.
Doggo and Elsem, they're just such a strong team. Look at that. Oh my god. Elsem was able to follow up off the side air from Doggo as well. Ket already deep red. One of those weapon tosses could have done it, but the side light side air. Elsem trying to get the double. Baits out the dodge. Ket stays low enough to avoid the downlight.
Ket still over on the edge. A little bit of a team weapon toss there. Gives Ket the room he needs to get back onto the main platform. There's the side light. Oh, goes for the recovery, but Ket stayed low.
Dodges from Ket to hold onto this stock, but still they're not getting any damage put out onto this red team. Finally, Elsem hits the down sig. Raigundas Got to fight for his life there. You saw him sweat beating. He was running out of movement options.
I think the red team is basically in the same spot that they were last game, except the health kind of swapped. I think Doggo last time was the one who was barely hurt at all, and Elsem was a little bit more hurt. See them building up the damage here, but you got to look at Raigunda's. Second stock, basically the exact same health.
Okay.
Yo, gets the immediate ground pound there. Didn't get hit by the ground pound from Doggo and finds the KO.
Holding on for dear life. He needs to keep this second stock alive, but the side air from Elsem, which was targeting Ket, still, Raigunda's going to live. Recovery. Raigunda's still living, but man, he's so close to death on this second stock. That'll do it.
Raigunda's final stock after getting taken off the top with a down air. Doggo going to get the full wipe as well there, taking out Ket. Elsem still on first stock. How long has it been in the game? It's been now 2 minutes into the game, and Elsem is just falling.
Yeah, Elsem really showing that survivability. This red team's just got everything in their favor. Big damage, big follow-ups, plenty of health to play with, 2 stocks each. Like, this is going to be hard for the red team to lose.
Nice follow-up there. A little bit of team damage. Ket is going to capitalize on that. Also grab a down air onto Elsem. Man, the axe damage, they're just adding it up so quickly onto this blue team. Elsem and Ket over on the edge. Elsem is finding several hits. I think Ket has only found 1, but he's taken like 4 down airs from Elsem.
Okay, Ket gets the recovery. Can they finish off Elsem? Can they take this down to final stocks? But Raigundas eats the recovery. Elsem just going to play the edge guard. Raigundas running out of movement, still gets the wall touch.
Elsem is about to solo both members of the blue team in this edge guard.
But Doggo's still alive. You cannot ignore him as a ground pound gets both.
Elsem is so good on the edge. You could see that he wasn't focusing too much on either player at any given time. He would get a hit on one and be like, okay, now how can I move to the other one? That meant that at the end segment there, both Ket and Raigundas were very damaged, so that ground pound was huge. If he just focused onto Raigundas in that situation and throughout that edge guard, then Ket wouldn't have been nearly as damaged, so that might not lead to the KO situation. Going back and forth that extended edge guard, knowing where all of his movement options were, understanding the economy over there, incredible work.
I mean, that was a clinic. That was surgical, the way Elsem was able to do that. And normally in these best of 5 situations, see the numbers get better. Right? Will adapt and overcome. But Ket and Raigundas putting out 651 damage, and Ket gonna make the swap over to the Garnet for game number 3. Can they get a scratch on this team of Doggo and Elsem, or will Doggo and okay? what are these character picks? What a swap on win.
I think Doggo's in the What's the Move clan. I feel like at the end of last game, Doggo was like, hey, what's the move? And then Elsem said, fate.
I mean, Doggo has a fate, so it's not like that weird, but still a surprise to see here in the grand finals of the World Championship. Doggo and Elsem going to try to finish this off in style as they're already getting damage built up on the Raigundas, who made the swap over to the Koji.
That recovery bouncing off the stage as well.
Touches.
Ooh, nice downlight coverage from Doggo.
Oh, Ket with the turnaround. Doggo gets helped out. Can't get the nair. Again, Elsem with the saves. Elsem running out of movement. Doggo's going to fall. And
I thought he was going to
join him. Yeah, I thought he was like, all right, let's just do it.
Guys, I don't want to be left out. Mom said you have to bring me along.
Chasing after, screaming, shotgun, let me get in the car. Raigundas, only one still on the first stock after a very interesting start to game number 3, but Doggo and Elsem still healthy, still pretty. The down air takes out Raigundas. An opportunity here. Ket can't hit the ground pound. Doggo hits the down air, and Ket's going to be down to his final stock.
So not only do we also have several character swaps going on, actually really everybody swapping their character, but we also have Shipwreck, which is a map we really haven't seen whatsoever tonight, nor from these teams.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the first time we've seen a map without a soft platform at all in this tournament between anyone, but ground pound from Raigundas almost got the follow-up. That was almost clean as heck on that bow play. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the neutral air.
Raigundas is definitely leveling up this game. Even though he and Ket are a full stock apart from one another, you can see a beautiful team wipe, one for each member of the blue team, as Doggo and Elsem are on their final stocks. Now you look at Raigundas, he's probably not even halfway through the second stock, especially because we're on Shipwreck. It's going to take a serious edge guard if they want to take Raigundas out anytime soon.
Yeah, but on the other side, Ket is running out of movement, just getting denied touch after touch. Ket still gets past, has a lot of horizontal movement with those gauntlets, but the second he gets disarmed on a weapon toss or on a hit, it's going to be trouble. And there's the end sig. It's all left to Raigundas in the 1v2. Otherwise, Doggo and Elsem are going to win the World Championship for Australia without losing a game, Sparky.
Let's see what Elsem and Doggo's 1v2 looks like with the double fate. That's something we haven't really seen anything from. Ooh, that was close.
Okay, yep. Nice weapon tosses. Just, again, great coverage coming out from Doggo and Elsem. And final stock here for Raigundas.
This is looking like an Elsem and Doggo gold medal. That's kind of been the trend all year long. We'll see if that continues in the World Championship. I believe we all expect it to. Raigundas, an incredible showing today, but it's just not going to be enough. That was a really close option with the neutral signature. Almost picking that one up. Doggo's out of the game. Imagine!
Okay. Can they get one on the board? Can they at least stop Elsem and Doggo from 3-0ing through the entire tournament? Raigundas?
He's definitely ahead here.
Okay.
Pushing over into the edge guard situation, being very careful. Didn't want to get caught by the neutral air. Weapon toss goes down. He picks it back up. Down air. Is Raigundas going to do this? That is a game loss for Doggo and Elsem, which, again, we mentioned it earlier. Every single set that Raigundas and Ket made deeper into the bracket was a milestone achievement. That now sort of kind of goes on a game-by-game basis as well. That was huge, not only for this team, but because they got the first team win in a single game over Doggo and Elsem this evening at the World Championship.
It's a small emotional victory, and the only reason why I am downplaying it so much, almost as small as Raigundas, is because Doggo and Elsem get to just be like, yeah, but we weren't on our mains, right? You know what I mean? They get to just be like, yeah, that was fun and all, but like, how about doing that same thing against our real picks? As that's going to be what happens. Doggo and Elsem make the swap back to the Teros and Brynn, and Ket still struggling to find any footing. Still didn't put out a lot of damage there. Just inside the 200s is going to make the swap over to Tai Lung for game number 4.
Now, we don't see any character swap whatsoever coming from Raigundas, and that is a very good idea. That Koji was looking so nice from Raigundas last game.
Yeah, the bow play in particular was very, very solid, but is it going to work out the same way here on Mammoth Fortress? Game number 4, wake up, gravity cancel side sig. Didn't catch, but the recovery will follow up off of Ket.
A little bit of team damage coming out. Not bad this early on in the game. A little bit more coming out. Going to have to be careful with that one because there are 2 axes on the field, which means a lot of KO potential coming out from the red team. Definitely more than we see just on average coming out from the blue team's character picks.
Both of them just off the mark in the edge guard. Elsem with the double down light gets the recovery. Follow-up immediate target swap. Great recognition of the situation there to almost get the double, but Ket able to dodge out in time, but still Raigundas' first one to fall.
And you see, Ket was playing on the right side of the stage, and they were like, yeah, okay, cool. We'll just both 2v1 Raigundas. They forced him over onto the wall. Elsem went down for the edge guard, and Doggo went back, was like, okay, now it's your turn. Oh,
Raigundas.
Is he going to get stuck?
Wait,
oh, he got stuck.
Okay, they'll finally take a stock off of Doggo and Elsem, but Raigundas is down to his final stock here in the grand finals of the World Championship for Australia.
Elsem is a absolute master on the edge.
Raigundas!
Oh my gosh!
What? Raigundas is
gone! So good on the edge. So is Doggo. They're piggybacking each other back, really leapfrogging each other back to the stage. Still gets the punish here. Doggo's going to continue this off stage. We'll see if Ket is able to get the KO at the weapon advantage. They're both over here.
It's 4 stocks to 1. They're playing the unarmed edge guard against Ket because they have such a confident lead here. Look at they're literally going to unarm him to death because that's how confident they are against Ket.
Their movement is just so clean. You saw them go for the double ground pound. They were like right above each other in the same line, and they both pulled out of the ground pound at the same time too. Just constantly on the exact same page, taunting one after the other. This team is so good.
Okay, Ket will get another. Watch out for the weapon toss. Good positioning from Ket. Elsem on the second stock, but still, they're playing with their food.
Okay. Ket sees the writing on the wall. This is a huge moment for Ket. Regardless of what happens here, a huge moment for them. Getting a little cheeky, a little swaggy on the edge.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, it might be a little too late here, but still, I think it is hard to deny that this is looking like a Doggo and Elsem World Championship. And you know what? Shoutouts to Ket for still trying. You know what I mean? Like, it was a 1 stock to 4, and it's now 1 stock to 2.
I don't really know what that was. Oh, there it is. Doggo and Elsem have been running the scene in Australia for 2021, and now they have solidified themselves as the world champions for Australia 2v2.
Elsem and Doggo, they're so stinking good. They ran the gambit. Like, they just had everything on lock, and just like that, Doggo and Elsem, man, look at this. The replay, like, that's still, like, it's in slow-mo, and it's still hard to catch all the insanity that was happening in but, like, man, Doggo and Elsem, they're looking so good. It's going to be a great 2022 for them if they can keep.
They're both so good. It's incredible seeing what they did in that final game. Just Elsem on the edge is, like, second to none in this region for sure. Look at all of that coming out. Really, it only took 876 damage for them to win that game. That's not a lot of damage. That means they were ruthlessly efficient.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the